All right, so what I like to do, basically, you know, you've seen the video. We pulled this thing in. We got it running. I showed you that I had replaced the intake manifold. I'm going to be pulling this radiator. I'm going to use this car to do some testing. I have a couple transmissions that I'm going to try to put in here. I'm going to do a compression test on this motor. I did just pull this in. It's pretty cold out. It's probably, you know, mid-30s, not quite freezing. And it fired right up. So part of this kind of has me a little confused, okay? So it seems that this engine that is used in this car seems to have more value than this engine over here on the floor, which is a complete stock rebuild with the cylinder head done. It has cams and springs, ARP head studs. It has a full new par timing belt, the Blue Gauge timing belt, Mopar water pump timing belt, tensioner set from Modern. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll actually install this engine and then go through the breakthrough period, bring it up to temp a couple times. That way people can hear this thing run. Like I said, this engine to get to this point was not cheap. If you start adding up the BC cams, springs, getting the cylinder head redone, valve job, seals, blah, 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 ARP head studs, the timing kit, the Blue Gates belt, to buy that new, it's $300. Studs are anywhere between 150 to 200. It depends on if you can find them in stock. I think they're starting to come back into stock now. To get the head redone, you know, you're talking $300 to $500, and that doesn't include everything else that's done to this engine on the bottom side. Now, like I said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart. We're going to look at it. We're going to go over it. I'm going to reassemble it along with another transmission and install it into this car to do some testing. We'll put a radiator in. We'll bring it up to temperature. Just make sure that it's good. It's running. There's no issues with it, which I know there's no issues with it. That was not cheap to get done at a machine shop. So, this one here, we're going to do a compression test on and get it pulled. We already know that we have third gear grind and a pop out on this transmission. Now, I don't know if it has extenders or anything put in it, but that's besides the point. If it's popping out, there's still something wrong with it, and we're just going to let it at that. But with that being said, I've got all the plugs pulled. I have my fuel regulator off, and we're going to do a compression test on this thing here. All right, so 155. It has compression. That one was right on 150. 3 cycles, look at that, 155. $150. So we have 155, 150, 55, 150. All right. So that's actually pretty good cold compression. I did 3 compression strokes. That's normally what I do. It really won't pump up any more than that if you keep going any more. So you know, your 3 is what it is. Now this is you know, cold. We're cold compression, okay, which is good. So I mean, all in all, this is a really good motor. That's excellent compression. The way this thing starts up and runs, every time I've started it, it's, yeah, really nice. So anyway, with that being said, that was a real quick compression test on that. We had 155, 150, 155, 150. So, you know, it's pretty much, you might as well just say this is 150 across the board, give or take. I'm sure if I, you know, I could go through here and do 3 tests on each one and kind of get an average, but they're all going to be right around 150. So I'm going to throw the plugs back in. You can see, like I said, it just looks a little rich, but you can see it's pretty clean right on that top side. I'm not sure what the gap is. These are auto lights. How long they've been in here, who knows? I was just starting this thing. It doesn't have any cold piping hooked up, so it's not running any boost. That one's pretty clean on the bottom, you know, a little black. But it's cold start, idle, move around. Cold start, idle, move around. I'm just, you know, I don't need to do anything else with this engine. Yeah, so I'm going to put the plugs in. I'm going to work on pulling this out. Like I said, this car is going to be a test mule. I guess I'm going to put this entire, just swap everything off that long block onto this one, and get that one installed along with a different transmission. I have some of these transmissions that I've had sitting around for, man, the greater part of 5 to 7 years, that came out of cars that were wrecked too bad to test, or I received them with projects and was told that the transmissions were good. It's something that I just don't like passing on parts that I don't know that are completely good, or, you know, can say, hey, this thing's good, because the last thing you want is somebody coming back and saying it's something to you. I don't know what kind of experience people have had with either used engines or new engines or performance. Let's just not say new. Let's just say rebuild engines or performance built engines. You know, most of your parts, aftermarket race parts, none of them come with a warranty. You know, I bought a transmission brand new for my Mustang 15 years ago, and I was told, Ford Racing, they said it does not come with a warranty. Okay? It's considered a race part. Well, what about the clutch? No warranty. You know, so there was never any warranty on any of them parts. It would have to be like, you know, manufacturer defect. I mean, if you're interested and you're buying something and you need to have a warranty, I don't know if Jasper builds these motors anymore, but I'm sure if you want to spend, you know, 3 or 4 grand on a stock Jasper engine, I think they will come with a warranty, but they got to be installed by a place that actually sells or carries them at a garage, or, you know, an ASE certified mechanic. I've seen a couple postings over the years on eBay. Some of the sellers on there, your larger salvage sailors that buy stuff and part stuff out, stated, you know, facts where they're not warrantying certain things unless they're installed by a mechanic at a shop, or what was the other thing? There was something else that they stated in there. It was an ASE certified mechanic or one of their licensed shops. So, you know, it all depends on where you're buying the stuff from, where you're getting it. My Mustang engine, when it was built eons ago, came with no warranty, you know. And years ago, that was a lot of money. I know a lot of people that spend lots of money getting engines built for race cars and stuff, and there's no warranties on that stuff. So it probably more or less depends on, you know, who's building it, you know, different things like that. As I'm running on, we're just going to end that video here. I'm going to get this engine pulled out. I might make a little video doing some of that stuff. I had some other things that I want to go over and make up some other videos, but the plan is to get this thing pulled. I have someone that is in need of one. If they don't show, there's 3 or 4 more people that want to see this. And now that I have a video of it running and a video of doing the compression test, you know, I don't see anything wrong with this engine. I'd put it in my car and run it. I mean, honestly, I like to hear stuff work and I like to hear stuff run, like I was stating. I got stuff that needs tested. So we're going to be installing that freshly rebuilt stock motor over there and breaking it in this car here, and also installing another transmission and getting that tested. So, I mean, like I said, I got 3 or 4 of them, so we might do that. All right, see yous.